Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel where we dice the milk up regularly while talking about niche internet communities, art stuff, sketchbook tours, and anything that I may feel. But today I have an exciting thing in store for y'all. So I would say grab your sketchbooks, grab a little drink, maybe a little snack, because you're gonna want to be watching this. But I'm Ren, and let's dive into the video. So, I'm so excited to do this. So I got these things. I know it's not too impressive by the box, but let's just say the box is misleading, and it has pastel pencils written across it. But little backstory behind how I gained this art supply. But I would say about maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, I actually skipped school to go to an estate sale. I promise I have all of my classes done. It's just band and chorus, and I wanted to go to this estate sale specifically because they had a lot of art supplies, since one of the people previously in the house was an artist. And so I got up really early, did the whole shebang with my grandfather, got there at 7 a.m. to go in and get the art supplies. So I go in, I do my thing. I run straight up towards the room. I go in, I'm like, you know what? This is mine now. I do the whole pick up. But the moment I saw these, I was like, I need some better pencils, colored pencils. Y'all know what I'm talking about, because if you see my sketchbook videos, which again, assuming a large amount of my audience has, I do not have the best reputation with colored pencils. I mainly use those Crayola erasable colored pencils, which I do not recommend. So when I saw these babies, I was like, you know what? I think I do need a giant box of colored pencils. Pastel pencils to just use and add more color, because colors do things. And I also I don't want to drop $50 on a set of these. So I'm excited to try these out. I haven't really tested them too much, but the moment I saw them, I was like, you know what? This would be cool. This would be cool for more sketchbook stuff, which, again, I do encourage experimentation upon art supplies, because you never know what you're gonna find. I mean, oh my god, I have it right here with me right now, but if I didn't use this baby, I wouldn't have most of my portfolio pieces for art college. And I'm now just noticing that on the back of the gouache set, it has a little label talking about the different colors. Interesting. But, so we're gonna be testing these babies out. They're pretty old. I couldn't find too much about them online, but I was just like, you know what, we'll take a shot. I guess they do seem vintage. They definitely smell vintage, so let's hope they're vintage. I'm gonna say there's a good chance they are vintage, so it's hashtag not clickbait, but let's unbox this beautiful box. And yes, I have already looked inside the box. I mean, you don't quite buy a box of unopened pencils at an estate sale without being like, could I actually use these colors, or are they just all white and dark browns? Which, pretty good color scheme, but not my forte. So here we go. Here's the lifting of the box. Bam. I did not do that gracefully, but I'm working with a weird setup, so we're doing the best we can, folks. But they're pretty dusty. I'll try to describe the smell. Yeah, it smells like dusty pencils. But it kind of smells like I don't know why, but my 5th grade art class, I think it's just something about them where I'm like, you take me back. You take me back to a time. But I haven't counted the box fully because I've been like, I haven't done much with them. Oh my god, there you go. Pencil ASMR, but oh damn, they are flowing over. But I would say there's a shit ton of pencils in here. I would say it's definitely a good amount for like $10. Some of them, they're looking a little rough in there. Oh yeah, any background noise? I am baking popovers at the same time because multitasking, am I right? You can see like a little bit of wear and tear towards the end of it, but it has a little swan symbol on it, which I am not super familiar with this company, but it looks like there are 2 different ones, so I'll have to like compare the 2. Actually, no, these are the same company. They just, one spells it with a C and the other spells it with a K. Okay, I'm back from baking, but I mean, as you can see with, oh damn, hi pencil. As you can see with these 2, it looks like they're from the same brand. I mean, they both say Swan, Germany, I think. I don't want to know what's hissing in there. But one, I don't know if that's a K. I guess it looks like a C to me, but they're definitely the same brand. I don't know what's going on or if it's like, it indicates a different age, but yeah, you can already see them starting to get on me. This actually will be my first time trying out pastels, at least. They love to fall over, as I can tell. But I was taking a look in them. Look at what we have here. We got just Prismacolor Fine Pastel. So actually, we'll have to compare the 2 brands, even though I technically don't know them. Oh, see, we got some Prismacolor pastels mixed in here, which, I mean, it makes sense. Whoa, ooh, Prisma Pastel, which, I mean, it makes sense, like, light flash. Okay, I'm sorry, that threw me off. Merca, yeah, made in the USA, but I'll have to see the difference between the 2 brands, but I mean, looking at the pencil and how it performs, it doesn't look too different from each other. I mean, you can't look at the core, of course, because the back, but we'll do the best we can. We'll work with what we got. Yeah, here's another Prisma Pastel. These ones you can see the core in. I don't know too much about pencils, colored pencils, pastel pencils, but I know that it is good to have a thick core so they're less likely to break. And I mean, as you can see from like the tip of it, it does look pretty thick. Thick pencil. But I feel like this is literally just me digging around in pencils, which it is in truth. But I gotta get my first thoughts before I like take the first swatch and then review all of it. But I do have to say the colors look incredibly vibrant. Like, that is a very pigmented green, which I'm hopeful that they'll swatch pretty well, but I just think they're very beautiful colors, and they definitely seem like they're gonna be pigmented too from like how they're rubbing off on my hands. Like, for being on my flesh, it's pretty good. Okay, so now let's get into the exciting part of swatching it. So it's not just pencil ASMR with me dig around and y'all just hearing. Yes, pencil, there we go. Okay, we'll move these babies off to the side. Let's look at a couple that I selected. First, I think I want to try. Ah! Oh, they're falling. Oh, they're falling. Oh, y'all did not see that, but they basically all rolled at me and they attacked me. And so I had an army of pastel pencils going after me. Okay, so I don't know where I'm positioned in the camera, so we're just gonna go at it. But first watch, here we go. Bam. Oh, damn. Oh, look at that. Look at that pastel go. Oh, that is pigmented. Damn, you can see, oh, like, the pigment starting to come off the page. Like, I understand pastels do that. I'm not super well versed in them, but, whew. This one is good. Look at that. Like, that is a good solid color. Like, you know, there's a little bit here and there, but that's bound to happen. So I'm gonna just do some marks on the side so we can see how it layers. And then we'll do a little bit over here so we can see how it blends. Here, let's go in with Prisma Pastel to see how this compares to the Caro, whatever the hell's pencils. The Swan pencils. I'll just refer to it as that. It's a lot easier for me to remember. Okay. Now let's do the first impression of these. Okay. So these ones, they're pretty pigmented. I don't know if it's like the color too, but it does seem a little more spotty. And I don't know if I need to sharpen this pencil, but it's not as like creamy as the other one. So we'll do some little things right here. It is incredibly pigmented though. Like, that is a vibrant green. Or as they would call it, green bice. Interesting name, but we'll do it over here so we'll do a little shading test. Okay, they're blending well. Look at that. They're blending. They do blend pretty well. But I mean, it's bound to happen. Ooh, look at them go. I do have to say, I don't think there's as much like fallout and pigment dust from the Prisma Pastel compared to these ones. So I think that's the benefit of it. I think you have to like press down a little harder. Like, let's see. This one is me pressing down pretty hard, and it's very smooth. But then here's the Prisma Pastel, press down hard. And it's like, I don't know how to explain it, but it just seems a little more spotty. So let's see the other one, so it's not like a fluke thing. So here's another one of the Cardo Phthalo, maybe, pastel pencils. Ooh, see, now it's like a nice solid color. And I know it could just be me pressing down pretty hard, but also like this one, you can see it's getting a little spotty there. But, oh, hi pencil, no thank you. But it does make like a very smooth singular line. Now let's try to layer over these. Oh, damn. Look at that. Oh my god. Yo. Y'all see that? Like, look at how well it covers up over the other ones. Like, I know pastels are known to like smudge, like hence this, but for like layering on top of each other, that's pretty damn good. And here we'll do another little blending test over here. Yeah, it blends. It does as you would expect. It does the little blendy. The blendy. Oh, damn. No, no. No, I will fight you. You can already start to see some of the fallout on the page, but what happens, happens. And now we'll go in with Light Flesh. Oh, that is such an appetizing name. And I'll just, do the, see, I can like feel it. It feels more rough. That's all I can describe it as, is this smooth, this rough. Like it feels a lot more scratchy. And yes, I am currently battling the pencils. So let's see how well this layers now. Okay, let's see. It's not as good as these ones. You can see, obviously, I don't know if it's the color too, so here, I'll switch out with the green, but it's not layering. Yeah, they don't layer as well. They don't layer as smoothly as these ones. Like, look at this. Bam. Okay, I have to be back. I have to get another thing out of the oven. Okay, I am currently back from getting popovers out of the oven, but you can see, like, ooh, okay, yeah, they're trying to escape. You can see the main differences and, like, the layering. Like, this is the Prisma Pastel. Bam, bam. I'm just doing, like, simple lines. And then if we take this one, which is the, the complicated one, it's a little bit spotty right here, but if you just go fast enough and with confident enough line strength, like, it's a little spotty right here, but mainly it's fairly smooth and you don't really see the blending of the other colors. And now, again, you can now see how I'm not experienced in pastels, but we'll just see how well I can blend it out with my fingers. Because, it's pretty blendable. You can already see, like, it going all over the page, but, it's pretty self-explanatory. Like, look at that. Look at it go. From a non-expert, it seems pretty good. Also, low-key fun to just rub my fingerprints on the paper. Now, let's try here. Actually, no. We'll do Light Flesh. And I'll just give it a fighting chance. You know what? We're going middle finger this time, y'all. Oh. Oh, interesting. Maybe I need to put more down, but me scribbling a pencil. This could be an ASMR video. I don't know if it could be the color too, but it just disappears so fast. Here, we'll try the green up here to make sure I'm not going crazy. No, we're going with another finger, but yeah, it doesn't want to blend. Like, this one blended so seamlessly. Even with the little scribbles, like, look at that. I bet if I worked hard enough, I could work the scribbles away. Like, that's pretty effortlessly. And then I'm over here, like, rubbing this one, and it's not really pulling its weight. So I'd probably say out of the two that I know of in this box, I definitely like the Othello ones. You get the name. And I actually think that they layer pretty well. They have a lot of pigment in them. I don't know the core size, but they look fairly thick compared to the Prismacolor ones. And they also, of course, they blend out really well. And I think they're overall like a solid pastel pencil compared to the other one. And I was not impressed by the Prisma Pastel, because you think it would be better because it's It's Prismacolor. Prismacolor is OP color pencil. I'm not in the color pencil game, so this is from an outsider perspective, but it just felt very strange that the formula was doing this, that it couldn't blend too well. It didn't quite layer, and like it leaves it kind of streaky. But I would say this brand is the winner in the battle of pencils. Oh yeah, battle I was not expecting, but I would say, ooh, hello pencil. I would say for being vintage pencils, they are incredibly pigmented, and I am very excited to see what I can make with this. Now, I will be back. I gotta go spray this with some hairspray to make sure it can actually stay on the page, and I don't have to worry about smudging it when I actually test these out in the artwork sense. I'll be right back. Okay, so now we're back at it again, and here's my handy reference photo, and I am just going to do a good old drawing of David Bowie, plain and simple. I might adjust the camera a little first, there we go, and yeah. I have been experimenting with a new style, so just seeing how that goes, but so I'm gonna try it with this lovely drawing, and yeah, so here goes nothing. Okay, so basically I would say the overall drawing part went pretty well. I mean, it was my first time actually using pastels, so well, not pastel. Well, actually, I am not super versed in, like, pastels or even pastel, I guess, colored pencils. I played, but I think I did pretty well for, like, my first time. I mean, I didn't go super all out and, like, try to blend them and build upon them too much, but I used more of a color blocking style, which I tend to do, like, this sort of thing when I'm painting, but mainly, like, gouache paints. It's more like of an abstract color base, but the one thing is, I mean, I probably should have been blowing the dust of the pastel off a bit more than I ended up doing, because, you know, it was a little rough there, and there was more smudging than I would like, but there's not much I could do about it in the moment. I did go in with a sketch with a color pencil, which I think was necessary in the end because it helped me to, like, clean up the drawing and lay out the base, so I didn't have to worry about, oh, this thing is happening, and oh, this thing. And I mainly used whatever brand, I keep on forgetting the name of this brand, but whatever brand I had the most of, and I would say they went pretty smoothly. I mean, they were a lot more smooth than the Prisma pastels, because there was something about them that just felt off drawing-wise, but, you know, I had to do a good old signature David Bowie sketch and artwork because it's not my channel without a little David Bowie in there. But it's honestly fun to rewatch this whole time lapse over again. I mean, you're watching it at the same time as I am, but it's interesting to be like, oh, here's a physical art thing. Here's a physical art time lapse, because I think this is probably the first physical art time lapse I've ever done. Anyways, I'm just continuing and rambling, but you then get to hear more about my thoughts and the wrap of this video. I know, so much fun. so much fun. But I mean, that's why you're here, basically. Okay, well, it's just about finished. I obviously, there we go, we're gonna pretend you don't see that. But, so, this is the final drawing, and yes, it is of good old Z Stardust. You know what, here, we'll embrace it. We'll add, there we go. More ethereal Z. But, so this is the end of the drawing. I actually had a lot of fun using these. I mean, as you can see, they layer incredibly well. I mean, most of them are not Prisma pastels, so it's just why they layer so well, but I would definitely recommend using them. I mean, it's a really fun medium to like try out, because I know I had to be a little more careful, obviously, because of the smudging. So I had to like think, but also at the same time, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna place colors down and see what happens. You know, like just go with the flow of the art and pick out the colors. But when I was also picking out the colors, I realized a lot of the colors had duplicates. So I guess that's just a me problem, and not y'all, but I actually did have a lot of fun doing this. And this is actually a redraw of one of the Ziggy portraits that I sketched. I think it was back in like the beginning of January. Like, it was around Ziggy's birthday, not Ziggy's birthday, David Bowie's birthday, and I wanted to do something to be like, oh my god, it's David Bowie's birthday. But yeah, so I would say these were definitely worth it if you don't include the Prisma pastels. But here are some vintage ass pencils. Yeah! Woo! Well, thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed this art. I'm trying to shake it up with my content because I don't know what I'm gonna make. Yeah, I'm like kind of switching between things, but you know what? It's my channel. So love y'all, but also deal with it at the same time. But I hope you're having a good day, a good week, a good month. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and like button and join the Screaming Into the Void, because at this point that's all I do. It's just me yelling into the void about different topics. But if you know anything more about these pencils, please comment it. It is incredibly appreciated. Please. But if I find anything else, I will also tell y'all too. But very strange. But yeah, that's the video. Hope y'all had fun and enjoyed this little review / testing. And I'll see y'all next time. Goodbye.